Man, y'all know what it is. This your boy OG Boobie Black, and this right here is my real story.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
All right. So, let's bring it all the way back to teenage Alvin. Where did you actually grow up at?
I really grew up in a 12-1 on Marengo and Ferret. You heard me? My daddy built a house right there. You know, my daddy, he was a cold-blooded construction worker, like I told y'all on my documentary. And we always stayed in the best houses, you know what I'm saying? We stayed in the fucking white neighborhood. That's what we used to call it as a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? We stayed in the white neighborhood. And all my friends would come to my house and do shit because I was more privileged than them, you know what I'm saying? You dig? And the reason why I was privileged than them because my daddy was a dope dealer, straight up. I had money coming in that bitch every day. Anything I wanted, I had it.
Gotcha. So even speaking of your documentary, what made you actually want to shoot your documentary?
The reason why I wanted to come up and do my documentary, and I said it was something that I'm gonna do because I'm a legend, man. Come on, man. I got too many stories behind me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, me, myself, I don't never want to lose that. You heard me? So I want people to always know me for who I really am. Not just take me for who they see me for, who they see me, you know what I'm saying? And I put the documentary out so a person could really know the truth about OG Boobie Black. It's like, if I tell you this, check this out. I tell you this, all right, I have this this chicken that lay golden eggs, all right? And I tell you, I'm like, yeah, man, I got this chicken in the house and lay golden eggs and I already laid 3 golden eggs. You heard me? But I'm about to go and I'll go on about my business. When you walk off in your mind, the first thing you're going to say, this nigga crazy as a motherfucker. Talking about he got a chicken, lay golden eggs. But you go home and they have a bulletin come across the screen. Queen Elizabeth has lost her chicken with the golden eggs that lay golden eggs. We have $1 million rewards on it. Once you see the fucking shit on TV, you're going to believe it. But you didn't believe it when I told it to you. So my documentary is based on those type of theories, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people on my documentary is basically talking about me. I don't talk about myself too much, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? And those people are real people. Okay. Man, I stayed on 2806th Street, you heard me, on the 2nd floor, next to Mr. Butler, you heard me? But, yeah, I moved out of the project and I went and stayed with my grandmother and, me staying with my grandmother because my daddy was always in and out of town. My grandmother was like the home of Disney World, you heard me? You do what the fuck you want there. And me staying with my grandmother, that allowed me access to the streets. So, I could basically go where the fuck I want in the project. That was always where I was at, you know?
So, if the Magnolia is probably the most famous project in New Orleans.
So with
that being said, what's your greatest memory growing up back there?
My greatest memory growing up back there, I have a brother, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, Ralphie D, you know what I'm saying? My brother named Big Ralph, you heard me? And I remember one time, we was in a project, we was in a court week, and they had a dude that took my motherfucking mix. It was album. We had albums back then. It was in the 80s. They had a dude took my motherfucking album. You dig? And I told my brother, I'm like, man, look, such and such had took my man Troni's album. They're like, where that bitch at? And he's like, there you go down there. And so my brother went down there and he asked him about my album, and then he said, no, man, he let me use it. And my brother backed the fuck out of him, like, no, bitch, you took it from me. You feel me? And the nigga tried to fight my brother back, and when my brother went to beating his ass, I jumped on his ass. So man, my brother jumped the motherfucker in the project when I was a little boy. I had to be probably about 8 or 9 years old, you heard me?
Hey.
Yeah, so that was a memory, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Gotcha. So, actually, being from New Orleans, if most people don't want to tell what happened in the streets or whatever like that, and if you chose to tell your story and tell how, everybody got shot multiple times and everything like that.
Yeah, I got shot on 3 different occasions, you heard me? They were trying to take a real nigga, but you see I'm still here in the flesh, bitch.
And you told them, you ain't dead yet.
No, I ain't dead yet because I'm gonna give you the real reason I speak on that. The reason why I named my documentary I Ain't Dead Yet because death is inevitable. You're gonna fucking die, bitch. Everybody gonna die. So the time you hear what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? The time you hear, what the fuck kind of moves are you making? So it's all about the moves that you making. It's about what the fuck you doing.
You was dirty, man.
Yeah, bitch, I'm dirty. Let's go.
Gotcha. So, but at a funny part of your documentary, I was gonna call you and ask you about, you was if Reza was talking about the story about you shooting pool, and when he kept beating you, and you had to keep bitch. Running.
That motherfucker. Let me tell you something about Reza, bro. Reza, that little motherfucker. Man, I'm older than Reza, so Reza was a little young boy then. You feel me? He was young, a little boy, talking shit. And he was a good pool player, good gamer, and I just felt I could beat his ass. So I kept trying to fucking beat him, and I never beat him, you know what I'm saying, till about 11 or 12 try, then, he let up on me, but I was determined to win, dog, you know what I'm saying? And I like young niggas. I like young niggas to be around me because they motivate me. The era is the digital era, and young niggas, they on the digital shit, so I like young niggas to be around me. That's how I came up with Reza. I used to like him around me because he knew shit, you heard me? And he knew how to beat my ass in pool.
And you beat him once?
Yeah, I beat him once. But if it was for the best of money, I'd bet my money on Reza.
Gotcha. So, but I met OG Boobie Black when I was 18. And I just made 37 2 weeks ago at Key West.
Yeah.
And
let me tell you something about Key West. I'm going to cut your fucking interview off like that. I'm the Key West nigga. You feel me? When you came to Key West, you see me in the parking lot. You heard me? Shout out to Loyalty Club because they doing some shit like I was doing. Let me show y'all some of this shit. See this type of shit right here? I was doing this back in the game, man. I'm talking about Kenny used to let me park in the parking lot. I pop my motherfucking trunk open. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling shirts, $60, $80 a pop. I'm bringing 50 or 60 shirts around there in the trunk, and they motherfuckers buying them. I'm talking about you go in Key West, you see the whole club with my shirts on. And I had a trick that I was doing. Look what I was doing, D. I lay up there, I'm like, man, look, check this out. Let me lay up there and make you some personal shit, some custom shit. I take a picture of the nigga motorbike, rest in peace, Merc. Did what I did, Merc, took a picture of his motorbike, took a picture of him. His motorbike was orange and blue, so I made the shirt orange and blue, put his pictures on that shit. I'm talking about before niggas was even on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it in the parking lot of Key West, and I was making money. Every night I used to go home with at least about 4 or 5 G's, easy. You know what I'm saying? And then, when I finish selling the shirts, when everybody go in the club, then I go in the club with a whole pocket full of money. You know the bitches don't want me. That's Boobie outside, and then my car used to be fresh. I had a fresh whip. You feel what I'm saying? So Key West, yeah, man. If you ain't had a part of Key West in your fucking life, you really missed out on a major part of life. I'm glad that I was able to, you know what I'm saying, have that part.
I tell people, I say, man, Key West was a game changer in New Orleans.
I swear to God.
It was 3 different clubs in one.
Right, 3 different clubs in one. But I swear to God, Empire, this past weekend, Essence weekend, for BG, welcome home party. I swear to God, it was just like Key West. You had some old niggas in there I ain't never seen before in my life. Yeah. I'm talking about these niggas went to elementary school with me. That was in that bitch. I'm talking about that bitch remind me of Key West. Yeah, you had Harold Darrell in that motherfucker. Man, you had all kind of niggas in that bitch.
It was still looking the same.
Still looking the same. Whole Magnolia in that bitch. You heard me? Yeah, shout out Harold Darrell. Free my nigga Reg, man. You dig? Yeah.
But Key West, the first club I ever walked out the club, and it was a whole next day. It was 8 in the morning. I'm like, dang, the club really ran this long?
Yeah. Kenny used to do his shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bo Nose, bro. Because I remember Bo Nose used to be back in the game. Matter of fact, for those of y'all that don't know who Bo Nose is, he's no longer with us. He's deceased right at the moment. He's deceased right now. And Bo Nose used to go everywhere with a camera. He was the streets TV. He used to film every fucking body. I'm talking about, you didn't even have to been doing nothing. He'll still film your ass. And he was the Stevie of the streets. So, shout out to him for giving, people like D inspiring him to do this type of shit. I really look at D as the, the Bo Nose of the game right now. You heard me? Real talk.
But Bo Nose was definitely a hit of his game. Because Bo Nose had being one black, I'm like Suzuki with a weed hook, with a camera, everything.
I'm talking about you're not missing nothing. He had every second line. You know what he used to do? He used to take your pictures and he used to put them online. And you could go on Bo Nose TV and you could get your pictures, man. Yeah. Street Team and Street Cam and all them, you know what I'm saying? They come after that. You
He
dig
was
what I'm
advanced
saying?
of his time.
Shout out to Bonos, man. That was my dude.
Gotcha. So and around Key West they had a whole nother club that was popping was Rockefeller, but
Yeah, Club Rockefeller.
you was there before Rockefeller, Duplex.
Yeah, I was there before Rockefeller. I was there when it was Duplex. I was there when it was, man, I'm talking about when they had no Ben on the corner. I'm talking about when Rockefeller came, Rockefeller 2.5, man, when that came in, they changed the whole game. Rockefeller like changed the street game. It was like Key West did Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? But Rockefeller was more, I look at Rockefeller was more like, you had to be on your shit to be in that bitch.
Yeah, they had a real VIP area.
Yeah. See, Key West, you just come in that bitch stugging. You heard me? That when the pill era was out. Them niggas used to be full of them pills. Nigga coming in. Key West, that's when you just come as you are. You heard me? But Rockefeller, you had to be on your shit.
It was like Key West had a whole like foam room.
Yeah, Key West had a foam room.
It was a smoking room. And they had a pool room and they had a big room with silver.
And they also had a Spanish room because it was out there in Metairie, you heard me? So they didn't want,
and everything in there.
Yeah, Key West was the shit, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. I wonder where the fuck Kenny at. DJ Silver. Boy, Silver used to be rocking that bitch, you heard me?
Gotcha. So let's bring it let's bring it really back in your time, when they had Club Adidas and different things like that.
Club Adidas, that was like on Canal Street. That was, Warren Mays used to run that motherfucker. Shout out to Warren Mays. You know what I'm saying? You had Club Discovery. You had Club Discovery. You had the Detour. The Detour was uptown on Martin Luther King, and I think that's Saratoga. Yeah. Then you had on the corner of that, you had Club 49. So you could stand at Club 49. You could stand in front door. You could look down at the Detour. You know what I'm saying? Back in the game when I was coming up, you used to have the Melf niggas, used to be at the Detour, you heard me? And then they had the older Melf niggas used to be in 49, so the Melf always ran both of them clubs. But us, we coming through that bitch. You heard me?
And you actually told a story in your documentary.
Yeah.
You like, at the Melf actually spared you.
Yeah, they did.
Because they could have killed you, but they just jumped you.
They did. I mean, back in the game, you had that. See, you have niggas that got love for OG Boobie Black. So ain't no anything gonna just go down if it's him. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna just go down like that. You heard me? So on the strength of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That what happened, bro. And that'll happen to any nigga. If you out of bounds and you going in another nigga fucking area, you heard me, and then you not known for being in that area, then you got beef with niggas in that area, nigga, you bold as a motherfucker. And it happens, bro.
And that was my next question for you, because I always like people ask me this often, like. And it's usually in our city.
Yeah.
Why do you think people still want to go out and be on the scene knowing they beef with everybody? Like,
because niggas don't give a fuck in New Orleans, man. New Orleans is a low tolerance city. We don't tolerate nothing. And a nigga could have a problem with a nigga, just him knowing that he got a problem with a nigga, he gonna go on the street just to show the nigga that bitch I don't give a fuck what's happening. New Orleans is a what's happening city. It's active. You heard me with everything. Niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas mob up and go to a nigga block. You feel me? Just for nothing, because they ain't got nothing to do. If you alive and you got a problem with a nigga that is in New Orleans, dog, you know what I'm saying? You gotta handle your beef. Because if you don't handle your beef gonna handle you. Ain't no I'm sorry's and ain't no, let backs and ain't no none of that shit like let it go. Ain't none of that. If you got a problem with a nigga, it's you and him. And that's how it is in New Orleans, Louisiana, and that's a fact.
Facts. So, let's bring it back to you, in high school, but I think you said, but you didn't graduate.
Nah, I didn't graduate. I graduated from a school called Scenic High. In a school called Scenic High, that's an LTI, you heard me? Louisiana Training Institute. That's where the fuck I graduated from. I graduated from Scenic High, that's in Scotland. If a motherfucker been to Scotland, you heard me? Bitch, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the school I graduated from, the Brown Bricks. I ain't graduated from no fucking high school on the street. I have a chance. I was going to jail when they was playing Mantronics. You heard me? I was going to jail when the motherfucker was playing Slick Rick. You dig? Nigga, the South ain't even had a voice when I was going to the jailhouse. You heard me? You just had motherfuckers like Rap A Lot, and you had Scarface and you had Luke Skywalker. Like they wasn't giving us no fucking sound out here. Everything was from up north. I mean, not up north. Everything was from up, East Coast.
Gotcha. So OG Boobie Black, but a man of everything, a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, man.
So
none. Leave that.
And so I want you to bring me back to what year did you pick up that? in the first year you actually picked up that spray can and started spraying everybody name in the project?
Oh, I can tell you the story, man. When I was in jail, I was in juvenile jail. They had me in a place called JEC, that Juvenile Adjustment Center. You heard me? And then there, that's 23 and 1. So you just stand in the fucking room all day. You heard me? So I learned how to draw when I was in there. I used to be drawing out different type of coloring books and taking shit and drawing it. So I learned how to draw. So if you could draw, you could do the same thing with a can. And I learned how to spray paint. And I did was drawing with a can. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what's a hood nigga to the hood? I'm gonna make that bitch look good. I'm putting some real nigga's name on the wall so when y'all pass this bitch, y'all can see the big promotion. And that was my thing back in the game, you heard me? I was promoting niggas before promotion was even going on, you heard me? You come through that Magnolia, you gonna see Stone name, you heard me? You gonna see OG, you gonna see Boobie name, you gonna see Dooney, you gonna see all these different names, you heard me? Yeah, and that's what it was, bro, you know what I'm saying? I used to go, they had this place called Western Auto. And I used to send niggas in Western Auto to go steal the spray paint cans. I said, give me all colors. And you come back with the cans, I'm gonna spray your name. Nigga, come back with the can, I spray their fucking name. And now I got a lot of cans to spray other names. I used to even be spraying bitches' names, you heard me?
So I'm bringing cans back.
Yeah, I had a real bitch name whose name I spray painted on the wall back there, Black Sally, you heard me? Yeah, Sally stayed on Willard Street in the Willard Court, you heard me? That's Babby's sister. I spray painted Sally name on the wall, red and white, nigga. Fuck.
Right. And so you grew up in the project also around the time there, the era where, you know, even if an older woman was on the porch, you kind of, warned to give her
fucking ass, yeah.
And so, like, what you think happened in New Orleans was, you know, people morals and, like, you know, just that, respect factor kind of left?
I think it's the environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? The environment that you come up in, you know, if people ain't into doing the shit that they're supposed to do, they're gonna be doing the shit they don't supposed to do. And in a lot of environments that we live in today, it's doing the shit that they don't supposed to do. Everybody trying to get over, everybody trying to be slick. They even coming up with a thing called finesse. You feel me? And they using that just like it's a tool, you heard me? And not knowing that, you know, motherfuckers stand on morals and principles out here. Motherfuckers got integrity, they got respect for themselves. So you just can't finesse everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think it goes back, bro, to the environment, you know, how people just don't love each other no more, man. It just ain't no love. You heard me? Everybody thinks somebody out to get them. Everybody thinks somebody out to do them something. And us as black people, we come up like that. We come up like that from way into slavery days. Give me this. You ain't getting nothing. You know, that's mine. Ain't nothing yours. You heard me? It's for family. And, you know, it ain't like that no more, bro. You know, people don't believe in family. People don't believe in love. They don't believe in showing love. They believe in trying to get over and trying to finesse and trying to slide, trying to bang your ass up, trying to take your fucking life, basically, you heard me? So, you know, no, you just gotta be careful of who you allow to be a part of your energy.
Gotcha. And you know, on camera, why I got you right, I always want to tell you something that I always kind of, respected and admire about you. Like, it don't matter what you had going on in your life throughout the years, you was always in your kids' life. You always talked about your daughters. Like, your ass can be shooting dice. Oh man, I gotta do this for my daughter. Like, you still think about it while gambling and all. Like,
yeah, and it come them coming up, bro. Right now, you heard me. I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have somebody you know that's gonna always, you know what I'm saying, love you and adore you as a dad, and you know, somebody that's gonna always look up to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the greatest feeling in the world, is to be a part of something that's real.
And I say that to say, because it's, you know, but you hear about so many stories of like dads, you know, going with their movies, just disappearing on their kids, and like,
I can't do
but kids are so much needing their father just as much as their mother.
Right. I can't do that, because I believe that'll be a curse on my life that'll never leave. You heard me? Because no matter what I do, I breed my children. If I go to sleep at night, I think about them. If I wake up in the morning, I think about them. When they call me on the phone and I see their name flash across the screen, I be concerned. Sometimes I say little prayers. Don't let it be no bad news. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am that type of dad, but you know, I'm always love my kids, and I'm always make sure that they do what they're supposed to do and get what they're supposed to get in life. No shortchanging, no finessing, bitch.
So, I'm like, what year did you come up with the name OG Boobie Black?
Man, it was like 2011, 2012. You know, basically, it wasn't me that came up with the name. It was somebody that stopped calling me the fucking name. You heard me? You know, and the person that stopped calling to me was a person I was real close with. You know, motherfucker call me every morning and say, OG, look, tell me this, tell me this. And really, why the OG came behind my name is because every time I talk, it was like I was talking in riddles or I was telling somebody something, you know what I'm saying, that was some fly shit. And I just used to speak like that, you dig? And if I got something to tell a person, I'll tell them in a metaphoric way, you heard me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always said little things like the average people didn't say, like, people make mistakes because that's what the eraser was invented for. They got a pencil with an eraser on it because people make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. Little small shit. So they used to always call me OG. And the person that I was real close with, he always called me that.
So what I was about to say is you were so much ahead of your time and before Instagram Reels and everything like this.
I'm talking about
dropping
MySpace,
games.
Man, yeah.
So like, you know, how you feel? Because, you know, if the time is not, you know, you dropping Reels every day, every morning and things like that.
Because everybody got a purpose, right? And I try to find a different purpose about me every fucking day. You feel me? I try to find out something that I have a gifted quality at that, you know, I might not never knew about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I feel like the world need to hear what I have to say. Sometimes I used to just feel like certain people used to hear what I have to say, but now I feel the world have to hear what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always giving out, you know, jewels. I'm always dropping gems, you know. I even wrote a book called OG 50 Diamonds because that's what the world wanted. They wanted, you know what I'm saying, something that they could wake up to and be motivated to. You know what I mean? You know, you get my book and you open it up and you read anything in it, I'm going to motivate you to do something. You're going to learn something from my book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Gotcha. So, you know, it was like 2 years ago you told me, I'm a love, it look good on you. And I came to your birthday party.
Yeah,
so I want to tell you on camera, love look good on Boobie. I said, man, look at Boobie. And with Coach Stormy. And so how y'all met and like, you know, tell a story because like, and both of y'all give like a whole lot of game on, you know, Instagram.
It's like the energy. Me and her energy the same, you heard me? And you know, we met through some people that we have respect for. And Coach Stormy not just know any female, you know what I'm saying? So Instagram played a part into it too. Because once I found something out, I had went to the DM. I'm talking about with some gangster shit, you know. And you know, women love smart men, bro. Just put it like that. If you a nigga don't know nothing, chances are you ain't gonna have shit. But if you know something, you know what I'm saying, you could be molded to be the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, women love shit. No, I told her some shit, you know, and she liked what I said.
I was about to Cold Soldier Slim.
What you say? Nah.
No, I was about to Cold Soldier Slim just now. Yeah. If a strong game get anything, huh?
Say no, but really the people that she got respect for, the people that I have respect for, got respect for the same people, and that's me.
Play the part.
Yeah, the people she got respect for respect me, and they respect her. So you know, it wasn't like me and her got together and it was, oh yeah, that's my girl. Fuck no, man. Coach went straight to the FBI motherfucking network. She investigated a nigga like me.
She wanna know who you is.
Man, yeah, she investigated a nigga like me. Sometimes
and where you come from.
Yeah, sometimes people could say shit about a nigga like me, but if you really look at my story and you know my story, man, if you ain't talking that real shit, shut the fuck up. You heard me? I don't worry about what a bitch nigga have to say about me because you know what? Sometimes bitch niggas will never even be in my vicinity. They'll never be around me because they ain't gonna go to places that I go. See, I'm at the Loyalty Club right now by myself with a black bag. That's it. That's all I got is me in a bag. Y'all know this here's the fucking truth. You know why? Because I could go to the Loyalty Club. I could go on the streets. I could go the fuck I want, but everybody ain't like that. They always running from something, hiding from something, talking about they got beef, or talking about I can't go here because of them. When they do go there, they looking like the motherfucking ATF, all kind of guns on them. Man, come on, man, that ain't living, man. Right. That ain't living. You living when you doing what you want to do and you having fun in life and going places where you going to go. I come to the Loyalty Club and I ain't worrying about nothing. You know what I'm saying? At all, because when it's happen, it's gonna happen, and it was meant to happen. That's how I look at life. You feel what I'm saying? But until I leave this bitch, I'ma enjoy this motherfucker. I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. I told y'all that.
Gotcha. So, in 50 years, what have Boobie? Well, name something that you haven't done so far, and like something that you want to do.
Something that I haven't done so far and something I want to do. Oh yeah, I got big bucket list, you heard me? I done dove off the plane, you know what I'm saying? I done climbed up the mountain, but not no big old mountain, you know? I done did all type of shit like that. But something that I want to do that I haven't done is swim with sharks. I want to go swim with sharks. I'm talking about not no fucking, the type of swimming like it's something like a trip, like, you know, they have you could go to these places and these people train these sharks and they do this type of shit and you could, you know, I don't want to go to nothing like that. I want to go in a real fucking ocean. I want to go in the Atlantic. I want to go in the Pacific. I want to go 700 some fucking meters down. I want to do that shit. And I think I'm going to do it. One day I'm going to do it. I'll be watching National Geographic and I'll be seeing those people swimming around and the shark coming and they got the motherfucking oxygen tanks on. Man, I can do that shit too and I won't do it. So yeah, that's like one of the biggest things on my bucket list is to go scuba diving with real fucking fishes and sharks in the middle of the ocean. I want to take a boat, you know what I'm saying, like they do it professionally with some professional people, and I want to have the boat drop me off in the middle of the ocean. You know, and I go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. OG Boobie Black, I could do that.
So, have you ever been, married?
Yeah, I've been married before.
Have you thinking about doing it again?
I'm already married. You know what I'm saying? When I say I'm already married, you heard me, I'm connected. And you don't have to, I learned this, you don't get married by paperwork. Paperwork is just a certificate, just to show that you didn't put yourself in line with another person's business, because that certificate have numbers on it, and those numbers that's on that certificate is to a business. You know what I'm saying? And whoever business that is, that's who controlled and invented whatever it is that you signed. Why do I gotta sign a paperwork that said that I'm married to a woman that I love? Me and my woman got married as soon as we met. You heard me? We married spiritually. You did? You know what I'm saying? We have spiritual weddings every day. You know what I'm saying? Every time I make love to her, I'm fucking marrying her. You feel me? I don't got to put no fucking ring on her finger. You did? She already got rings. So what I want to put a ring on her finger for? So another man wouldn't tell her nothing because they see she got a ring on her finger? Desperate niggas don't do that. They gonna still try to holler. So the fucking ring don't mean nothing. Yeah, I'm married spiritually. I got a spiritual wife. You know how I'm telling you she's spiritual? Because she was sent from heaven, bitch. Yeah. Get you something like that. Get you something that's sent from heaven. When it was sent from heaven, you know you're already married. Spiritually.
Gotcha. So, with that being said, you know, if you shot the documentary, do you plan on dropping a movie about your life?
Right now with the documentary, I got some people that's, doing some spins at these different networks, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, one of these networks, accept that documentary, because the documentary is legendary. It's legendary. I can never make a part 2. I'm gonna tell you why I can never make a part 2 to the documentary. Cause I'm the only person, the only street nigga from New Orleans, Louisiana, that ever in the history that I know of the years that I've been here, made a documentary 2 hours and 17 minutes about himself. Not about no gangsters in New Orleans. Not about no projects and all these different people in New Orleans. Not about New Orleans culture. Not about the second lines and the Indians in New Orleans. But about him. And I challenge anyone to name me that person. 2 hours and 17 minutes. I did that documentary. You heard me? It took me a year and 4 months to make it. But I was focused. And I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted the streets and I wanted the people to really know who I am. So my documentary, I only talk that gangster shit about, me doing, I bring y'all through my life. I told y'all when I got my ass whooped. I told y'all when a nigga beat me up, a pretty nigga at school, all that shit, you heard me? I accept my flaws. I accept me having one arm. You dig? I accept all this shit about myself because I'm me. And you know what I tell motherfuckers? This is what I tell them. They'll see me in the mall, or they'll see me on the street somewhere, they'll be like, oh, OG Boobie Black, man, you out here. Damn, that's really you. Of course. Of course. The only truth is evidence. And the only thing evidence is something that's real. That evidence is something that's physical. You feel me? So if I'm here and you can touch me, you can see me, You know how I look, what I got on? You could hear me? I'm the fucking truth. Evidence. I'm the evidence.
And I'm also in your documentary. You also ever had one on a special guest actually from someone else that's very very like legendary in New Orleans, walking the street, like if it stood on his name, if for over, well, if a Hot might be mad, but I don't know if Hot 50 years old yet.
Yeah. We the 50 boys, man. Yeah, we here, but we the chosen ones. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, you speaking of Hot Beazle, you heard me? We the chosen ones, dog. Because where we come from and the shit that we been through, if you was to read a book or you was to look at a movie, niggas like us don't supposed to make it. We don't supposed to make it. We never make it to the end of the motherfucking movie. You feel what I'm saying? The bad guys always get fucked over. Yeah, and how I came up, real bad guy. Real bad guy. Yeah, hot, real bad guy. A lot of niggas I know real bad guys, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of them ain't make it. And a lot of them is no longer here with us. And some of them that's here with us, they're not relevant, bro. They're not doing nothing in life. But they like this drifting away from them. Some niggas I came up with, I see them, bro, and I feel so fucking sorry. I be fucking hurt, dog. I be like, damn, dog. But I think, damn, that's not you. So something like that I'm doing right, you heard me? It says a lot when a man has something to show for the shit that he did in life. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So, this was always like a real serious question I wanted to ask you last time, but I never got to it. So since we talk about your life, your documentary, and you old enough to see the generation, I always tell people that I think the crack epidemic was worse than the pandemic. Because people saw parents was like living a certain way on a block, and the block went down throughout that period of time. So I want to know, what your experience was like during the crack epidemic.
The crack epidemic, it came in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? And I was a young nigga. I was real young. I kind of remember when I first saw a piece of crack, But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Cause I'm a real nigga. I liked the crack. I liked the crack epidemic. I used to love it. Now, did I ever use crack? And I'm not. Fuck no. But I was able to do so much shit with it. It was powerful. If you had some rocks. You had a quarter and you broke it down, an ounce and you broke it down and you had rocks. Nigga, you had power. You had power. A nigga mama will suck your dick all night if she smoked crack. I'm talking about a woman you respect and worked at the store will suck your dick all night if she was strung out on crack. You know what I'm saying? You seen some of the richest people come to the hood just to buy crack. They used to come from out the Garden District to run in the project just to buy crack. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like me, I had to stay with a pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? Because I was selling crack. I kept cracking my motherfucking mouth, wrapped up in a plastic, kept them in my motherfucking mouth, walking around with the bitches all day. What you wanted? 20? Here. You heard me? I just got 15. I got something for you. Here. You know what I'm saying? All day. I'm walking around just making money all fucking day. So crack, that era, I loved it. I loved it for the reason of me making money. But it was a bad era because a lot of people, suffered. A lot of people died. A lot of people, transformed. So, that crack era was a serious fucking era. It came through and it fucked the whole world up. Like, for real.
And it's crazy because they still have people from your time still on crack from the first time in the 80s.
Yeah, and they think they gonna get off it one day. Yeah. They be like, one day they gonna stop, you heard me? And I done seen some people then I'm talking about they look bad, man. But it is what it is, bro. You heard me? You gotta be strong, the strong gonna survive, you heard me? And it's like I'm not no harsh nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my heart go out to all the crackheads. A crackhead a loyal motherfucker, dog. If they know you got some crack, and they gonna get broke off, man. A crackhead is a loyal motherfucker, bro. They'll clean the house, clean your car. You heard me? I'm talking about I had a crackhead partner, you heard me, name was Toucan, you heard me? And this nigga, dog, I come out my house, this nigga cleaning my car and I ain't even tell him to clean it. Yeah, bro. And a crackhead gonna always give you a nickname. You feel me? That motherfucker just say black, Man, you already know, man. I got you, man. You heard me? What you gonna take care of your boy, huh? You got me, huh? Bitch, I got you. Bitch, you ain't got you. What? Tell your mama to bring her car around here too. Loyal. And the crackhead be clean. They clean the whole goddamn house. Everything. Just for a little piece of fucking crack. So you have to think. That shit was powerful because it changed a lot of people. You know, it made them lower their standards.
Man, crack did a lot of different things. Like, crack actually introduced to the hood as a rock rental. They start getting calls.
Yeah, we started getting calls for crack. Yeah, rock rentals. Like, I give you $50 slab. I had that bitch all day. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just go inside and lay under the air conditioner, smoke crack all day. You know what I'm
ride around in this car.
You ride around in the car doing what the fuck you want. You heard me? Yeah, and that's how you know a lot of people smoke crack. They had shit going on in their life. Well, how you gonna have a car if you're a crackhead? That mean that you're about to be a real street crackhead because you're about to lose out on everything. I done seen people pawn fucking jewelry. I done seen people steal from their family to try to, you know, please other motherfuckers. Man, I done seen it, bro. That crack was a motherfucker. So that era was a crazy era, dog.
Right. So, you know, being alive through like all those different areas, every different like eras, out of 50 years, which decade you could say ever was your best one?
The decade that I could say was my best one was the early 90s. The early 90s was the shit. I'm talking about when I was in the early 90s, I felt like I was motherfucking, man, I was big motherfucking, I was the big god in the 90s. I could do what I want, you heard me? And that was like my late teenage years, you feel what I'm saying? You dig? You know, the early 90s, dog, it was like, it was live, it was popping. You ain't had too much of the killing going on. You had niggas getting these shit bust, but you had more niggas that was like, nigga, a fight on some shit, some shit like that. A nigga always had a cousin or something that, nah, you heard me, don't fuck with that or whatever. You dig? But man, right now, shit, boy, this the worst. You know, the best was the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s to me.
Right, and I always tell people, you know, by me growing around a lot of OGs and people that was just doing crazy shit in the early 90s and that year, 94, I tell people, but the difference I can see from people that was in the streets in 94 and now, they were more smarter. They moved a little bit like strategic. A motherfucker might rent a whole U-Haul and for they selling shoes and rob everybody. They had all type of games they play, but nobody they don't kind of move like that. And also dudes also was way bolder in 94 too, because they'll go rob the whole bar. Right. While everybody in there.
Right. Because you know what? You ain't had consequences in 94 like they have consequences now. See, the consequences not right now is real serious. You feel me? You can have a fight with somebody right now in this era and, you know, you're going to get killed. You know? And back then, the consequences wasn't like that. You know, you nigga come and rob a bar, they'll hear about, oh yeah, man, it's the dudes that be robbing, or, you know, dude probably put a hit out or something on a nigga, or some shit like that. You'll hear about them gone. But right now, man, your ass out of here within the same day. They come and ride looking for you. You could be out of town, them niggas will fly out of town. Right now is this fucking digital era where what the name of this game is they be playing? Street, what the name? They have a game that all these young niggas be playing, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Grand Theft Auto?
Not Grand, it's
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. See, they just living like that, you know what I'm saying? Up the scope. You dig, nigga will fly out of town and come get your fucking ass and you think you can't be touched. You know, they got shit to be proved. They got to prove shit. And right now, this is an era of pride. Everybody living on pride right now. They ain't let no pride go. Motherfuckers got their pride rate up. So if you bump a motherfucker on their shoulder, if you can't explain on camera why you bump them on their shoulder, they'll kill your fucking ass. Everything is doing digital. Everything got to be recorded. Everything got to be recorded. It's to the point where older people recording themselves. My auntie, she jump out the car, she pull her phone out and record. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? No, I'm just showing her I'm clean. What the fuck you doing, man? You too old for that shit. But this is the era where you have to be a part of that basically to be relevant. If you have an Instagram page, I have an Instagram page right now. I'm verified. I got 400-some thousand followers. Don't you know people look at me different than they'll look at people that's smarter than me? You know, these guys that started them in their loyalty club, all right? You know what I'm saying? They got a business going on. The LLC, this is where people come and they purchase fucking merchandise and these dudes make money. I guarantee you, they don't have more followers than me. So you have people that's way more important that have less on a fucking social media platform, and people are judged just by what the fuck a motherfucker got by numbers. That's how fucked up it is in the game right now.
If it's clout chasing.
Yeah, you could be a bust out broke ass nigga, nothing in the bank, none of that. But you got thousands of followers because you a hoe on the street and you fuck with all the different hoes and you fuck with all the different niggas. Everybody that's following you because you're a clown and you entertainment. You know what I'm saying? While you have guys that really don't have these followers and shit, but they got businesses, they got money coming in. They got revenue. They constantly making it. You think the fucking social media defines them? No. But people do. People will judge you on how many people follow you, dog. Straight up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was just watching Essence Fest, and like Busta Rhymes got up there and said, "Man, I need to put them damn phones down, man. I grew up in the era where everybody gotta watch me." Embrace this. Like, I was watching the Essence last night, just seeing everybody with their phones. So, like, what you think happened to people just in a attention span?
Let me tell you something. We can't get on this motherfucking and talk about that shit because we down bad. Me and you.
Right.
The phone helps people. I make all my money off my fucking phone. So I can take my business and go anywhere. You heard me? I could be way in Jamaica, sitting on a motherfucking beach, sipping a margarita, making fucking money. So the phones, that shit was great for us. This era, the digital era is great for us because you could press a button and make some shit happen. You dig? You could press a button and get some money. You could press a button and get some pussy. You could press a button and get food now. You could do anything with this press of a button. So the digital era is a real great era. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's making it fucked up? Our kids are learning too fast. So the kids are basically passing the elders. They way more smarter. They could go on the computer and do some shit that you can't do. They could do some shit that you and I don't even know nothing about. They got all kind of shit on the computer that them young motherfuckers know about because they be on the computer all night. They be on it all night, and they do not give out all their secrets. You feel what I'm saying? But they have shit. They got certain little folders they put stuff in, and all this, that, and the third. You heard me? So this era it's a good era, but it depends on how you use it. What are you using it for? I'm gonna use my Instagram to follow this nigga to see where he posted up at, and I'm gonna go around there and kill him. No, you don't use it for that. Insta is for instance. Gram is for graphic. So it's instant graphic. Instagram. Instantly take a photo. That's where I'm at. This what I'm doing. That's what it's made for. It's not made to follow out no nigga where the fuck he at and where's the low and I'm about to spin. You stupid motherfuckers. It ain't for that.
They got some genius. Yeah. They got some genius.
Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what they say. Instagram. You got some Instagram niggas raw in the feds. You got some Instagram niggas that's raw in the fucking feds, nigga. They would get on that bitch and crack a case. The murder could happen or something, man, they would circle a red handkerchief and it was a blue car going down the street, turned on Carondelet, and the license plate was such and such. And the guy that was in it, I think he from the 7th Ward. And then the other dude with him, yeah, that's your boy. You know your boy, look, his Instagram is such and such. They put the whole case together. And you know what? The feds can't do nothing like that because they not even motherfucking active. These niggas is active on that fucking social media. So I'm telling y'all, the digital era, which is the younger era right now, I respect it. Y'all have a 10 steps ahead of me when I was coming up. I didn't have no fucking phone where I could put on a nigga and record him. I couldn't do no shit like that. Chances are I'd get killed. Because if a nigga look at you, record him on a fucking phone or any type of camera, you were known as being a rat. You was known as being a police. You trying to, nigga, what you recording me for? Niggas took that shit serious. Right now, niggas just pose now. Bitch, what's happening? You know, bitch, get me right here by the sun. Look, nigga better than the photographer. Nah, come over, the water got the reflection on. Look, move over to the left. Nigga, you taking pictures out here. Never thought you'll be doing nothing like that. But It's a trend that's in, so you got to go with it. You got to do what everybody do. Yeah, you got to do what everybody do, because if you don't do what everybody do, you just will be left out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. I get on that bitch and I make TikTok videos. I get on that bitch and I talk my shit. Now, this is why I'm telling you why it's good. Because just think about it. My message that I put out to people that need help, my messages that I put out to people that's living a fucked up life in relationships and people that's living suicidal, my message wouldn't be able to get out if it wasn't for the internet, bro. So shout out to the internet, but we just gotta know how to use it.
Gotcha. I got one more question for you. So, if you could do it all again, would you do it the same way?
If I could do it all again, I'd never do it the same way. If I had another chance, if I had another time to change a lot of things that I did in life, man, I'd make them so fucking perfect, and I'd be such a great guy right now. But I didn't took a lot of failures. I took a lot of falls, a lot of setbacks, major comebacks. I took a lot of, I lost my arm. I lost a lot of other, it's a lot of shit that didn't happen in the past that I'm more than sure everybody wish they could turn back the hands of time and fix it. You heard me? And I'm just stating that because that's what I really want, but I know it can't happen, so, ain't nothing wrong with wanting.
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell the world, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Hey, check this out. I just dropped a book called OG 50 Diamonds. You could get it. It's a motivational book. I'm saying some things in that book that, that inspire some people that need this type of help, because people are everything. Everything that you look at is a person. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at something right now, a person made it. This camera that's filming me right now, a person made it. People make the world. People are everything. So my book is for the people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check that out at og50diamonds.com. You heard me? OG Boobie Black. og50diamonds.com. You can order my book. And I also have my documentary. I know they got a lot of crabs in the bucket, and I know they got a lot of crawfish in the mud. You know what I'm saying? I also know they got a lot of people in the world that don't put their fucking their Visa, MasterCard, or American Express this on no type of computer or no type of little shit like that. So a lot of people weren't able to get my documentary, and it's not because they didn't want to buy it, it's just because they had to do so much to buy it. And so, with that being said, I made some money off it, and I decided to let everybody have it for free. I'm talking about the have-nots, the ones that couldn't buy it, the ones that wanted to buy it but didn't want to put their information online, and for the ones that have a TV that could watch it, you know what I'm saying? I put it out there for them because everybody got to know my story. What's a legend without a story?